What's going on, everyone? Tylerriley with River Valley Realty. You have went through it all. Your offer has gotten accepted and now we're on the contract to close. Watch this video because we're going to go through everything you need to know when buying your home. All right, the number one thing that you got to do is complete your full loan application. You've gotten your pre-approval, but the lender is going to want to take a deep dive into your finances at this point, and your loan is going to go through what's called an underwriting process. Make sure to get all of your stuff to your lender. If your offer was written with a home inspection, you have 10 business days to get what is called the appraisa, and that stands for the Inspection Survey Repair Addendum back to the seller. The appraisa, we always recommend hiring a third-party inspector that has been trained in this to go through all the mechanics and do a non-invasive home inspection of the home. Once when he finds his findings, we'll get together to see about the repairs that make sense for you on this home, and we will write that out and submit it back to the seller. Timeline on that, again, 10 business days. But remember, the day after contract, I always recommend to start interviewing and hiring an inspector that can do the work, because it may be a couple days before they can get to your appointment. Then we want to be able to take a couple days to see if we got to have anything re-inspected. Maybe there was something that came up with the electrical and we want a licensed electrician to further evaluate that so we know exactly how to write that up in the appraisa. The appraisa stands for, again, the Inspection Survey and Repair Addendum. You're going to be hearing it called a lot, but we want to get that back to the seller within the first 10 business days that you are under contract. Third thing, start getting insurance quotes on your home. I recommend this as soon as you hire your inspector. Call to see what homeowner's insurance is going to cost for that home, so you know when we get further down the pipeline, well, what it's going to cost you to maintain a homeowner's insurance policy on the home. All right, the fourth thing is we are going to be buttoning up some paperwork. During this time, we're going to be getting a seller property disclosure on the home that you're buying. Typically in the real estate contract, we write in 3 days after an accepted offer. So we're going to want to get the seller property disclosure, receive that, and acknowledge what the seller is disclosing about the property. Also, homes built before 1978 are going to come with a lead-based paint disclosure. They're going to, if they have any report showing lead-based paint, they'll provide that. In the event that they don't know, there's nothing to report, but we'll have a lead-based paint disclosure that comes out and makes sure everybody's aware of what they know with that in the home. An appraisal is going to be the next thing that comes out down the line. We're typically seeing appraisals in our market come out about 3 weeks after a home is under contract. An appraisal is going to be done by the lender. The lender is going to drop it in a queue, an appraiser is going to pick it up, and they're going to further evaluate the purchase price of your offer against that home. An appraisal is going to look at recent sold homes, figure out which one's better, which one's worse, come up with a value on the home that you have an offer on, and then we are going to move forward with the appraisal at that point. Inside of the real estate contract, if we have asked for a survey, surveys in our market are typically running about 3 weeks to get done and completed anyways. So we're looking about 3 weeks down the real estate transaction of a survey coming out. Once when a survey comes out, we evaluate that as the contingency in the real estate contract. We're making sure everything with that survey is as is with the home and the legal descriptions, the acreage and the lots that are conveying, whatever it is, we're making sure that it's agreeable by all parties in your contract to close. 2 weeks before your close date, we start trying to button up all the forwarded mailing addresses, trying to make sure that we're getting you switched over into that new address. We'll schedule your closing time to where you're going to go sign papers. Most importantly, utilities. I always recommend at this time to go ahead and contact the utility companies to have them switched over in your name. And there's a few thoughts on this process. So if you're set to close on a Friday, I would absolutely recommend to switch the utilities and everything over to your name on a Thursday, the Thursday before close. Because what that's going to do is, in the event that they don't get you turned on Friday, you won't be waiting until Monday to have the utilities on in the home that you just bought. All right, it's closing day. The great thing about closing day is this is where the whole process makes sense. Everything that you went through is fixing to all come together, and you're fixing to get the keys for your new home. If your real estate contract was written up possession upon closing, that's the day that you are going into the home. Make sure to show up to closing with a valid, non-expired ID. This is absolutely important, as they will ask you first thing when you come in, we need your ID. Hey, this video was designed to kind of walk you through some of the timelines, the points, some of the things to expect when you get under contract on your home that you're going to buy. Again, if you have any questions on anything, you can always text, you can email, you can mail, you can call, whatever way works well for you. I promise you it's gonna work well for me. Bye.